What's up, YouTube? It's your boy 305 Shotty, and I'm back with another video. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, I'm shooting in my car because man, they're playing Roblox. Like, I don't see the fascination in that game, but whatever. What I'm here to talk about today is basically, actually just last night when I was going to bed, you know what I'm saying? Because what I do is I listen to a special playlist to put me to sleep. And I seen I don't know if you guys know or familiar with the game or whatever you want to call it. It's called PlayStation Home. It launched back in, I believe, 2008. It launched on the PlayStation 3. And I seen like a group or community on YouTube. I'm gonna put their link in the description. It's basically a petition to bring it back because it was just so dope, man. And it was just sad that it had to come to an end because But anyways, people was talking about, oh, bring it back, or bring this back, and it was just talking about the times they had. So I figured I'd just share the memories I had. So again, it closed. I believe it closed 2014-ish, something like that. Yeah, it was sad. It actually closed on April 1st. And people were saying that, and people was like, "Oh, it ain't gonna close. April Fools. It's gonna be fool." But basically, it closed 3:00 where I'm at. I'm actually in Miami, Florida. So it closed around 3:00 in the morning here. And what happened was sad, man. You could look it up on YouTube, man. People just type in like PlayStation Home's final moments. You just see people dancing, hanging with their friends, and like in the last closing minutes, everybody was spamming goodbye, 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 and it was just sad, man. And when the 3:00 hit, because people that was around my time were like, you don't have to be in Miami. Obviously, people that's South Florida or something like that, it was 3:00. But other people's obviously different times if you're other places in the world. Well, in the United States, you know what I'm saying? Because they had a Japan server, but that's a whole different story. But anyway, people were spamming goodbye, goodbye. And one dude, when 3:00 hit, one dude spammed like hot. He was like, he didn't spam it. He just typed in April Fools, the PlayStation Home not closing, whatever. And then I was just sitting there like, man, why it ain't closed yet? And then it finally closed, and it was like, it basically said like your connection was lost or whatever. Like, it says that sometimes when you lag out, but it actually was gone. And I tried to log back in, and it was like, they had a sign, it was like, thank you for playing PlayStation Home, but PlayStation Home is now closed. And it was just sad to see that, you know what I'm saying? I believe you can still see that if you have a PlayStation 3, the PlayStation Home icon is there. It might show you that, thank you for playing PlayStation Home, but it's currently closed. But I'm not sure because I don't have my PlayStation 3 no more, because I just took the hard disk out, and just in case I want to buy another one day, I just put the hard disk in and have all my stuff there. Anyway, so when I first played it, because I played video games like Madden, Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe, NCAA. No, we all remember that. NCAA football, we all remember that. That came to a close. I don't remember the date, but that's gonna be a whole nother video. Talk about NCAA football, because Madden ain't the same. And Madden players know what the hell I'm talking about when I say that. But anyway, I just played video games, like, I'm spitting and stuff. I played game, obviously, what I told y'all, Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe, Dante's Inferno, whatnot. I was terrible at God of War. I played God of War 3, and I didn't get past the first stage. People that played God of War 3, that stage with the water horse where he's just stomping you, and just like, I'm like, damn, I cannot beat this dude. So I 5 minutes later, I put the game back in it, took that damn game back to GameStop. And the dude was like, what happened? I'm like, man, I can't beat this water horse. There's no point in me continuing playing this game. So I took it back, and he was laughing. And I was like, man, it is what it is. But I should have continued it, you know what I'm saying? But the damage was already done. I just kept with Dante's Inferno because it was easier. But anyways, So yeah, like when you go to your friends list, you can see what your friends are playing. Like such and such is playing DC Universe, such and such is playing Madden. So one of my friends was playing Home, and I would just always see the Home icon because you get bored of video games sometimes. You're just like, man, what I'm gonna do? So I clicked it, and I went to my friend, and I was like, yo, man, help me out with this. So he just telling me what to do. I created my avatar, whatnot. I put my avatar with cornrows, a little noob PlayStation Home shirt, the noob jeans, noob boots, because back then I didn't have dreads. I had cornrows, or I had had my hair in a ponytail. You know what I'm saying? So I just went with the braids or whatnot. Man, that's the same car as mine. Anyway, so yeah, then like my spots I used to hang out was that one beach they got rid of because it was like a glitch where females were like topless. You could see everything. So they got rid of that beach. People know what I'm talking about. I think it's called the something Shores. The first beach they had on there, they got rid of later on because of that glitch. The playground, obviously Central Plaza, and the bowling alley. Those was my spots. And once in a while I go to the mall, but I didn't. And when I went to the mall the first time, I went to the store, seen clothes, and I realized you gotta pay with real money. So I was like, whoa, time out. You gotta pay to because I was outraged at that time, and I was like, you gotta spend real money to buy fake clothes. I'm like, man, I ain't doing that. So I went on YouTube, not YouTube. I think I Googled it or something. I went to PlayStation's forum page, and I typed in PlayStation Home, and obviously it was an article already open about buying stuff. So, and somebody had already asked the question, so I didn't need to do anything. So I was just reading to see if I could find like a solution. So one of the guys, he was like, yeah, man, I think it should be like a better way to where you could purchase clothes without spending your money and blah blah blah. Obviously that never happened, so it is what it is. So excuse me. One day I bought a $5 PlayStation card, put the little code in, had my little $5, so I bought a little outfit, because obviously that's not gonna be a lot to do much. But back then it wasn't much to buy but clothes and stuff. And I think maybe it had pets back then, I'm not sure. But like I said, I had braids back then, so I bought the long braids with the little braids hanging in the back. I had bought the yellow glowing earrings, had a yellow shirt, had just some shorts, and some yellow glowing shoes. So I was just yellowed out, swagged out. I used to stand in the mall like this, posted up, just wait for females to talk to me. They never did, but it is what it is. I was more confident than me in my noob clothes, you know what I'm saying? But I was a cool dude. Being a noob back then was not that bad, because it was still new, and people was just like, they wasn't sure about spending money, you know what I'm saying? And obviously when there was like games that came out, like let's just say for instance, I know Killzone was always I never played Killzone. I played like demos of it on PlayStation Home, and I was like, yo, this game's kind of dope, you know what I'm saying? But I just never bought it because, I don't know, but if like Killzone came out, they would have like if you play it, they'll give you like a free t-shirt or a hat or something. So I used to have clothes like that from like free items. So I'm rocking my free stuff and making it look good as possible on me, you know what I'm saying? You had to do what you had to do. And but obviously when I bought that card, I had bought my yellow outfit or whatever. And then from that moment on, it was like all was history. The rest was history. Because from that moment I was spending money like nothing, just buying stuff. Just buying clothes. Back then they didn't have all these dancers, these locomotives, all this transportation. You could turn it into a Taurus, a Centaur, all that. We didn't have all that. And that's when PlayStation Home was, I think, it was good, man. Like, there was no dancing, so everybody did the same thing. Everybody did the same dance. Everybody go to the playground. Sometimes, if you knew how to play, like, they have like a basketball court where you could play horse or whatnot. But if two people don't know how to play, it's fun. But if you get that one dude that's like, he stands on a roof and he throws the ball and make it in the basketball court, it was like, okay, this guy got too much damn time on his hand. Like, how the hell you made that shot from the roof across the street? So you see that happen, you just quit. Or unless you could do it too, but there was a secret to that horse game. Anyway, everybody went to the dance floor either in the cut on the side or the dance floor on the roof. But like, a lot of people weren't on the roof that much. It was just that little dance floor on the side. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the music playing, everybody doing a Running Man, or you know, doing like, it was this dance that's similar to the Running Man. I forgot what it's called, because the Running Man is like this, and it was a similar dance like that, but I forget. You know, you could like that. You could pop lock. You know what I'm saying? You could salsa, do all that. So we used to just dance to the same 8 songs in the playground. Yeah, that was dope. And then it was like on the dance floor, on the left of the dance floor, it was like it's fence. And you see people standing on the fence. I'm like, we just sitting there like, people just typing like, bro, how you get up there? How you get up there? And people was like, yo, just YouTube it. So I finally figured it out. So that was kind of cool. And if you walk too far back there, you fall, and then you have to like restart your game or whatever. So yeah, you gotta watch out for that. You stay stay close to the building. But anyways, that and Central Plaza back then only had one song, Chang Swing. You let your chain swing in, then let the chain swing in. You know, that was the only song that PlayStation Plaza had, and we would just sit there and dance to it over and over until we got tired. And like I said, everybody had the same dance moves, whatnot. The majority of people had the same clothes. Even if you had money to buy clothes, people buy like the same type of clothes because certain clothes are not good and certain clothes are good. So pretty much a lot of people look similar. Ooh, please don't run over that little dog. Only in the hood. Anyway, so a lot of people had the same type of outfit on because there wasn't much to choose from. A lot of people had the same type of hair. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously I'm black, so I rock like what they had, like braids. They didn't have dreads back then. I don't believe so. Not yet. But later on, or they had like later on they added like the long hair, like you have hair here, or like hair all the way down to your ass, and it was like, nah, I don't want it like that. But that came later on. So a lot of people I know, my friend, he's I think he's Indian. I don't know what he is. He rocked like a big old afro, or what is it called? Not an afro, I'm sorry, a frohawk or a mohawk actually came with it. It was like you're bald everywhere and you had like just a mohawk on it. A frohawk is actually when you have hair and you just put all the hair into a mohawk. So he had like a red frohawk. That looked kind of dope on him. And he had like a red outfit, so that was cool. But later on, well, let me talk about the bowling alley. Bowling alley, like it was, I remember, because before all these updates to the bowling alley, bowling was fun, but they changed it so much, it was like bowling's not even the same no more. So it was like, man, forget it. Then they had like other arcades on the side of the bowling alley, because you had to, sometimes if you had to wait in line for bowling, for like somebody to finish. You wait in the queue. If you missed that queue, I think you got like 8 seconds to respond to the queue, or you done, or you miss your spot. So you have to wait, and especially when it was packed. I was just like, man, forget it, I leave. But bowling was dope. I actually got a perfect score one time. I bowled a 300, and the guy got mad. He was like, yo, you got too much time on your hand, and he just walked away. I'm like, bro, that was just luck. Like, I just got perfect time. I just timed it perfectly every time. I took a picture of that on my old flip phone. I'm gonna try to find that. I don't know where that phone at, but anyways, so the bowling alley was where it was at. The playground, Central Plaza. You know, Central Plaza was like the spot where like all the updates were. So it was like, if it was like a Christmas update, you go to the plaza and it's like a giant Christmas tree, or like a snowman, it's like snowing. Or if a big game came out, like something like I said, Killzone before, it'd be like a Killzone theme, Central Plaza or whatever. But later on, they added a like a jukebox to where you could vote for songs. And like, honestly, I only know 2 songs. Everybody voted for what's the name of this? I think it's Orange Stella. I think that's the group or the song. I believe that's the song. Orange Stella is the group. And it was a song called what was the name of that song? I forget. And they had another song called Bangkok Starters. Damn, what's the name of it? And we used to vote for those two songs over and over and over because, like, if multiple people vote for the same song over and over, it's gonna play. So we should just vote for the same songs, and people used to get mad, like, vote for something else. I'm like, dude, I have like 8 friends and you have 2. We're gonna win each time. So, but yeah, that was cool. But people know before that it was Chang Swing. That was the only song that was on there. But and one of my other songs, this song, it was like a fight night. I think round 4 had came out, and they had like a venue for fight night, and it was, you know what I'm saying, it was just like a club type thing, and it was like people, and it was just one song. I think his name is Mikey. His name is Mikey Rocks. The name of the song is This Shh Is Easy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna curse, but you know, that's the name of the song. This Ish is Easy. And his name was Mikey Rocks, or he called himself M Rocks for short. And that song, it just came on. It was just like it came on the couch before. This is what I got a license for. Make it look like it take less effort. It's the cake taste tester. And it was just, that song was dope. Like, people know that song. I'm not gonna sing it. I don't know word for word, but you know the beat come on, and it was just dope. So, and that's one of my songs, good favorite songs on PlayStation Home, by the way. But later on, obviously, well, it was just one outfit that you could wear. Well, before I get to that outfit, let me tell you like how people used to dance, because obviously everybody had the same dance. You know, the Running Man. You know what I'm saying? There was this one dance that guys used to do is, you know, you do some dance like this, and I was like, what the hell is that? But I seen this one dude, he did like a variation of other moves and made this move, this dance, he made that look so dope. What he did was, he was doing this, and then he pressed the yawn thing to make you yawn. So he yawned, he was doing that, he yawned, and then he did a spin around, and then he pressed the button when you sit down. So it was kind of like he yawned, spinning around, and his arms were still out. Then he dropped to the floor and got up. And I was like, hey, that was dope. So I was like, dang, how you did that? He was like, man, you got to press it while you're doing the dance. So people used to alter the dances to make it look better. So and if the people that do it the best, it looks good. You know what I'm saying? So, but later on, it was just one outfit. We seen this one dude, he came in there like pop locking, and I'm like, everybody was looking at him, because when we see something new, everybody gravitate to that person. And when this one girl, she went to him, she was like, yo, where you get those dance moves? He wouldn't answer us. And I'm like, man, we should jump him. But you can't fight on that, obviously. But yeah, but I found out later it was that outfit, because I seen a girl with a similar outfit on, and she was pop locking too. And I was like, okay, that's that outfit. And the outfit was ugly, so I'm like, it's not worth it. I don't know how much later on it was until they started making dance moves, and then they started making locomotives. Like, you could ride on a skateboard, bikes, and you could buy dance moves. It was like almost an update, because it was this one dude, I forgot his name, but he pretty much tells you the updates on the forum, or when you log in to PlayStation Home, it shows you what's new, and the guy's talking about the new dances, the new locomotives, the new clothes, the new pack, or whatever. So things got interesting back then. You know what I'm saying? We used to, you know, buy dance moves. You know, you could actually do a dope pop lock. You could break dance. You know, basically whatever you wanted, whatever they had, you could do. You know what I'm saying? So back then, yeah, PlayStation was dope back then. And my favorite spot, it was the Pierre Park, and I used to hang out there a lot with my friends. And like, yeah, Pierre Park was new, but at the time to me, but I used to go there. So my spots back then was Pierre Park, Central Plaza. People that know Central Plaza disappeared for a couple of years, and was like, what happened to it? And then it came back eventually, and people was, oh yeah, Central Park is back. But Pierre Park, Playground, the mall, bowling, and I don't remember others. Oh, Red Bull Beach was another spot I used to go to. It's just one song on there. I cannot find. I've been looking for that song for years and I couldn't find it. And I had recorded it on my old cell phone, but I don't have that cell phone no more. It's called Rio Opera Galore. Rio Opera Galore. If anybody can find that song, it obviously has to be the right song. It's like it. If you find it, let me know and play it for me. And if it's the right song, I will cash out anybody $50 if they find me that song. Cause I told this one dude, I was like, dude, I give you $20. Back then I was like, dude, I give you $20 if you find that song. He was like, man, I can find anything on the internet. I'm like, bruh, I've been looking for years. If you can find it, I'll give you it. I think I offered him $50 too, I believe. I like, bruh, if you can find that song, I'll give you $50. I offered him a $50 PlayStation card to where he could put it towards his account and buy what he want. He was like, all right, deal. He never found it. Because it's not, like I said, that to me, that song is worth the $50. You know what I'm saying? So anybody can find that song, Rio Opera Galore. If you can find that, I give you $50. So anyways, but yeah, that Red Bull Beach was dope. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of glitches to where you could do on a lot of stages. So, Red Bull Beach was one of them. Where you stand on the rail. I had to figure that out on YouTube. But anyway, so when PlayStation Home fell off, I think I took a little break because I went to college in Orlando in 2010, I believe. Yeah, I was still playing, my bad. I was still playing home, but then I took a break from home. I wasn't playing. I think around that time is when, I don't know if you remember when PlayStation got hacked, and it was like we wasn't able to play anything for like almost I believe a year. And people was like mad. Like they couldn't play online, they couldn't buy, they couldn't do nothing. So people was trading their PlayStation, getting Xbox, and like it was just hell around that time. So I think it might have been around that time, if I'm not mistaken, where I took the break from home, but I'm not sure. But when I came back eventually from my break or whatever it was this new thing where you could make like clubs or groups. You know what I'm saying? So like I made my club name UCF because I wasn't going to UCF at the time, but I was going to a community college to get into UCF. And I was almost done with my community to go to UCF. So I named my club UCF Knights. Yeah, that's the mascot. So it was only like 3 people, like me and my 2 homegirls that played, but everybody else had like Red Dragon or whatever kind of group you wanted to be a part of, and everybody did that. And I think when that update happened, PlayStation Home kind of fell off. It went down the drain because people used to always, I hear people fighting like, oh, our club is better than yours, this and that, and they always hanged around the playground, like on the streets, and people just argued and talked bad about each other. And I'm like, man, it's a club, man. What makes you better than somebody? Like people, it was just very irritating. Like people invited me to theirs. I'm like, sorry, I'm already in the club, even though I only had 3 people. But I was like, nah, I'm not joining because it was dope. It was, and that's when it started going downhill. PlayStation Home. When it finally hit rock bottom for me is when people started jailbreaking their PlayStations, becoming like, what was it? Becoming like mods or whatever you want to call it, to where they could freeze the server, or like they could like kick you offline. around that time. That's when PlayStation, because it'd be people that it would just freeze the whole server for no reason. I was like, dude, if you mad at somebody, kick that one dude out. Don't freeze everything and then I have to restart my PlayStation and you messing up my thing, because if you people that know, if you restart your PlayStation, it was like, if you have to like turn it off and turn it back on, and then that's like messing up, because you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to do a proper shutdown, not unplug it or hit the switch off. You're not supposed to do that, so you can mess up your PlayStation. So people be like, yo man, don't do that, because you can mess up my PlayStation by you freezing the server, being a jerk. So people was always scared of people who, and like the people, they had like access to all kind of stuff that regular people didn't. Excuse me. So yeah, man, PlayStation Home fell off back then when that happened. But I ain't gonna lie, I was thinking about jailbreaking my PlayStation so I could become one. But I didn't want to become one that freeze the server or kick people off. I just wanted like the extra stuff that came with it. And like one of my homegirls, she was she had just came, because you know when you're at a spot and your friend come, it shows you like, oh, such and such has arrived. But I noticed she didn't come to where I was, because it pretty much shows you. And then like she told me this story, I didn't see it. So she said she was walking and then she couldn't move, and she was like, why can't I move? She pressing the button, and this dude just popped out of thin air and started talking to her. He's like, yo, what's up, blah blah blah, and he's, you know, flirting with her or whatever. He's like, can I get your number, blah blah. And she was like, nah. She was like, nah. She wasn't being rude, but she told me, she was like, I was just saying, nah, I don't know you, I'm not just gonna give you my number like that. So he was like, oh, okay, blah blah blah. So he was like, you want me to release you now? And she was like, release me? Like, what are you talking about? And he was like, oh, you can't move because I have you to where you can't move. So do you want me to release you? And she was like, I don't, like, to be honest, I don't care if you don't release me. If you don't, I could just reset my PlayStation. And he was like, oh, I could do you one better. And then he just kicked her out. And then that's when it showed that she left. And I'm like, dang, she mad at me or something? What happened? So I texted. And then she called me and told me the story. And I'm like, oh, wow, people could do that. And like, I remember I was playing poker. I learned how to play poker on PlayStation. That was another spot to hang out. I learned how to play poker on PlayStation Home, man. This one dude, I had 3 of a kind. So I bid it a lot. I'm like, man, I got this hand. But I think he had a flush. He had a straight flush. So he beat me, and I was like, man, you lucky sack of shh. You know what? And the dude kicked me out for that. And then I was like, I came back, and I was like, and I looked, and I was like, okay, that's the dude that kicked me out. So people just thought they thought they was better to kick you out because, I don't know, they felt that they was, I don't know what it was, but I hated that. So that's when PlayStation Home started falling off when that happened. But yeah, man, it was dope, but it came to an end, obviously. And like I say, that last day, people were just hanging out with their friends, whatnot, and people was just contemplating whether it was closing for real, because it was closing on April 1st. And people just thought it was a joke. It was like, nah, it's gonna be a joke. People was like, no, it's actually closing on that day. And people just, people that haven't logged on in years, like logged on just to like hang out with each other. And I didn't actually record mine because I didn't have nothing recorded. But obviously you can see people on YouTube recording their TVs or however they recorded themselves on home, and you know, they posted to YouTube. And everybody had their final moments on YouTube. Everybody was spamming goodbye. And it was just, and now it's just like those friends, I haven't talked to those friends ever since, because it was like, some of those people that I'm friends with, they don't have no video games, so they don't play nothing. So it's just like they just came on strictly for home. So it's like when that closed, it was like, damn. So it was like, oh, maybe it'll come back on PlayStation 4. Never did. Now we on PlayStation 5. People still petitioning about it. And like I said, I'm gonna find out more information about it. And like I said earlier, I'm gonna put their link in the description so you could, see what they talking about and what they gonna do. And if you want to be a part of it, just do what you can. But I just felt I want to share my experiences about it because it was just fun for me, you know what I'm saying? And like people were just like, why can't they turn it to like a social media thing where you could log in like Facebook or whatnot, to where you could just keep the stuff you already purchased and whatever? Because I ain't gonna lie, man. In total, I probably spent over $5,000 on stuff. I used to buy everything, like locomotives, clothes, dances, tattoos, everything. The mansion. Man, I remember I bought, because there's this one club you go to, I forgot the name. I think it's called Club, I don't remember. Everybody remember that club, but you have to have like a pass to get in, or you could purchase a gold suit or a diamond suit. And that's what I did. I just bought me a diamond suit. And if you have that, you could go in. Other than that, you have to buy like a VIP pass to get into the club. So I finally bought me a diamond suit or whatever, and I went to it. And like, I remember the songs. There's only 2 songs I like. I think it's called Club Lumicity, something like that. They just dance. But like, if you look on YouTube, you can pretty much see all the songs. Like, type in PlayStation Home songs, and it's just one guy. He has like all those songs. Obviously, he don't have the real Opera Galore song I wanted, and yeah, he pretty much have everything else. And like I said, my favorite, I'm gonna give you my top 5 favorite songs before I get up out of here. No particular order, but I like, it's this song. Oh, what was that one? No, I forgot about that one spot. I think it's called The Hub, if I'm not mistaken. The Hub. That was the spot I was at most of my time. I forgot about that. I'm sorry. It's called The Hub, I believe. And you just stand there. It's like, it's kind of like I don't remember how, The Hub. I gotta look that up and whatever. And there's this one song. I forgot. It was like, it came on, and then the music come on, and live it up now, live it up now, live it up. I like that song. That song's actually on the PlayStation. That guy with all the songs. That song. The M Rock song I was talking about earlier from the Fight Night Club. Chain Swing. Over and lean and let your chain swing. And over and, I don't know the words, so don't quote me. I like Bangkok Starters. And Orange Stella. That's the name of the other song from Sonny Levine. Orange Stella and Bangkok Starters. But those songs are just, it's just music. It's no lyrics. Orange Stella, it kind of that's Orange Stella. Bangkok Starter is a little different. It's like you gotta, I like that song. And I think my favorite song on there was from the Pierre Park. It was just, people think I'm weird because I listen to the song when I'm in my car. It's so dope. It's just like, it's a song this guy singing. It's like a dream we go on. The girl in the background, oh, like a dream we move on. Oh, that's my favorite song. That song is just so dope to me. So I gave you 6 songs actually, but yeah, those are my favorite songs from PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? And this is one song. A lot of songs, man.